KROQ Almost Acoustic Christmas 2016. Artist interview.
It is the world famous KROQ. I'm Nicole Alvarez here with Bishop. Hello and welcome. You got so excited when you saw our setup.
Oh my gosh, well you do realize I'm completely matching.
Yes.
I could be camouflaged into this.
It's beautiful. In fact, you look part of the setup.
I planned it.
You have such a cool story that I've been dying to talk to you about. For example, moving to Tokyo when you were a little girl. What was that like?
Well, I was born in the UK and then moved to Japan when I was 4 and then lived there for 6 years and then Hong Kong 8 years. So it was, I mean, for me, it's all I've ever known. It wasn't until I moved to the US that I found out that's strange.
Yes. So when you were there, is that when you started singing?
Yes. Yeah.
In a karaoke bar?
Always.
What song?
Greatest Love of All by Whitney Houston.
Really?
Yes.
So when did you fall in love with music? You were over there and was it at a karaoke bar or were you listening to American artists or?
Always listening to Motown music growing up. A lot of Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
But I feel like the minute we landed in Japan, we went to a karaoke bar. And my dad went up and sang. He sings a lot of Frank Sinatra.
Oh, that's
and I
awesome.
just saw this joy and excitement, and I wanted to have a piece of it.
So then you moved to LA when you were 18 years old.
Yes.
And you went to MI, actually.
I did.
I know a lot of people that went there. And then I do believe you got a break at a bar, and it was 2015. I'm dying to know what bar that was.
Oh my gosh, it was Room 5.
Where's Room 5?
I think it has since closed.
Okay.
But it's kind of this hole-in-the-wall venue, and I was in a songwriter's round. I was playing shows, I would say, every couple of days in LA for years. And then this guy named George Robertson, who's this former A&R, creative visionary, blah, 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 walks into the bar. I got coaxed into going first in the songwriters round, and he was actually there to see a different artist that was also in the songwriters round, and he approached me after.
And what did he say?
He said, "Good job."
Yes.
and then, among other things.
And then and then the rest is history, as they say.
Yes.
So what did you think about LA, having lived in Hong Kong and Tokyo and being born in the UK? You got to LA. Was this foreign to you?
Well, I was always obsessed with American culture.
Anything in particular?
Well, the OC.
Okay.
Let's start there. I always saw LA as this magical place where dreams would come true. I didn't realize how depressing it would be because, I mean, you're trying every single day to make your dreams happen.
Yep.
But there is something motivating about the fact that we're all in this misery together, and we also are all in this joy and excitement
I know,
together.
it's kind of like this weird camaraderie.
Community.
It's a community. There's so many people like that here, and you're so lucky that your dreams are coming true.
Oh.
When you heard River on the radio, did you freak out?
I freaked out.
Yes. From the day that we started playing it, a lot of guys started calling in because it's so sultry, and then it just took off. And then Wild Horses is, I would say, gets more requests now than anything. Yeah, because it's a sexy song. It's really, really good. What inspires you to write?
I would say music really inspires me to write. Anything really can inspire me, even in little conversations. But I think there is something so difficult about music. It's just one of the most tumultuous relationships I've ever had. So it's quite easy to write about because it really has brought me so much pain and joy, and it's just this complete contrast always. But also my experiences and all of that is really inspiring too.
What would you say is a highlight of 2016 for you?
Oh my gosh.
So much.
I couldn't,
Off the
you know
cuff.
what, I would say when I left, so the two producers behind the music are Mark Jackson and Ian Brennan Scott, and it was our first session together, and we wrote the song named River during our first session, and I was in the car just listening to a voice memo of what we had done, and in the car I cried because it was the most myself I'd ever felt, and it was what I had been seeking while living in LA, just to be authentic. And so that was, for me, the highlight, because it was, even if no one else heard the song, it was something that I could die knowing that I had this little sparkle of something.
That's incredible, and you're inspiring, and you're beautiful, and I can't wait to see what's next. What is next for you? Like, what's
Thank you.
Album? More touring?
all of the above, ideally. Always writing, and new music coming soon.
Is there anything on your bucket list that you want to check off immediately?
I'm doing it right now. I'm playing
Almost Acoustic
Christmas.
And it's sold out.
It's insane. I can't even fathom. I am just so excited to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
being part of this family. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, wow. Hi.
Bishop.
Thank you.